Hey guys, this is Silver Lava and welcome back to a new series. We are going to be playing through Terraria, but not just any Terraria, as I'm sure you could tell by the title of the video. We have mods enabled. I have Tmod Loader open, and we have a lot of mods in here. Don't worry about pausing the video to look at these. I'll go over them in depth later, and they're also in the description if you want to read the list now. For now, though, I'm just going to create a character and jump in. So I'm going to go with the normal hairstyle there and just make some blue hair. I've already decided most of this. Eyes, I always go with red eyes. I don't know why, it's just anytime I get the option to choose eye color in a game, it's always going to be red. Skin color, let's go with, these are big decisions here because we're going to be playing with this character the whole series. I don't know why it's doing that odd bar thing. Must be some of the mods I've installed are screwing with it. No, that's too close to normal. Why would I want a normal skin color? Let's make it close to the hair. I can just be a blue person. That sounds fine. A darker blue, maybe. That looks good. Alright, I don't like that his eyes are red enough. Let me change that a bit. There. That's much better. Okay, clothes. Let's make this shirt green for contrast. Undershirt can be a lighter shade of green for not contrast. Pants. I don't have any red on this character yet, except for the eyes, so let's make that red. And shoes... Let's make the shoes... Nah, that's too black. Let's make them gray. How do I do gray? There we go. Gray. Okay, and style, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Okay. And I'm going to leave it on male, because that is my gender, and I'm going to leave it on softcore because I don't like death punishments. We're going to create, I'm just going to name this Silver Lava because that is my username. And we're good. Okay. So this is our character. This is the character we'll be using for this whole series, however long it lasts. Hopefully it'll last a long time. I don't know though. We will see what happens. I've got 100 HP, 20 mana. I've played this character for 0 amount of time, and we're going to go forward. So I already created the world. It's a corruption expert large world. We're of course playing on expert because that's the most content in the game. And I can handle expert. I've played it before. It was with other people, but I can do it on my own. Especially with modded items that are going to be in this. So, backstory, I have played this game before. Of course, I've played Terraria before. I played it all the way through to Moonlord. I've never played any of these mods. So that's why this series is going to be interesting. This is not the first time I'm playing Terraria, but it is the first time I'm playing any of the mods. This is the first time I'm doing any modded Terraria at all. I've done temp testing, of course, so I know a bit about it. I've looked through the descriptions of all the mods and stuff, so I know a bit about them. But for the most part, I'm completely going to this blind, and that's what I wanted. So you're going to go on this adventure with me if you decide to watch this series. You're going to get to see me discover all the mods and discover them with me if you don't already know what they're about. So yeah, world's already created, but I've not actually gone into it yet, so I don't know what it looks like. We're about to find out. Let's start this. I'm excited. I've been waiting to start the series for months now. Whoa, okay, that was dark for a second. So you can already see in chat there's a bunch of mods that are showing themselves, and in my items as well there's another bunch of mods showing themselves. Cool. Yeah. So I'm just gonna do a normal start right now. I like that area over to the right there is actually flat, unlike this cave area, so I guess we'll be building over there, the sunflowers are. I can't really spend much time looking at mods now because I've got a limited amount of time to build a house. I have no idea what's going to come out at night, and it could be bad considering... There's a guy with a present down there. I don't know if that's a mod or if that's just in the normal game. I've not seen Terraria 1.3.5, so whatever the Dungeon Defenders update is, that's the only part of the vanilla game that I don't know about, so I guess I'll be discovering that too along with all the mods. We got our guide here. His name is Marty. I hate to break it to you, Marty, but you're not gonna live this whole series. Paper. That's good. From Furniture, Foods, and Film, that's one of the mods I've installed. I think it just adds aesthetic stuff, not too much, usefulness, probably, from this paper. Let's chop down these trees, and then we'll destroy all the sunflowers and build a house on this flat area. And once it hits nighttime, or at least once I have a house and I'm safe, I will go through the mod list. I have it in front of me, describe a bit about what each mod does, and then I will talk about what I'm doing for this series. So, I'll be there in a minute. Hey, look at that, we got a world tree right over here. Just next to the spot. I don't see any way to go down in it, so no chest, but that's pretty cool. I can maybe incorporate my base into that somehow. I've never actually built complex things in this game. I've never really tried to build things, like, you know, good-looking things. I've built houses and stuff, of course, but I've never tried to make good-looking houses. And that's something I want to change during this series, so that's a pretty cool start, right? Maybe we could try to incorporate the tree into the base somehow, see what happens. Okay, back to building. And we are done. Besides, well, the floor is still dirt, but it counts as a house, right? Nothing will spawn in here, nothing will get me during the night. So, yeah, that's how you know what I'm doing, by the way, is I was able to get a house completely built this quickly. Only people that have actually know what they're doing in this game. Well, I mean, like, I don't know. I'm talking about how, what's this over here? Pre-eye surface forest token. Okay, I assume that means pre-eye Cthulhu? Great. I'm just talking about, like, you know, you see people that have never played this game before, they end up, you know, just messing around throughout the day, and then night comes and they die a stupid number of times. I'm not gonna die. That's all I'm saying. I know I have to build a house as fast as I can right now so that I don't get attacked at night, because I'm not prepared, especially if modded stuff comes out to kill me. This is kind of dark. I did make this too big, huh? It's kind of dark in the center here. Whatever. Alright, I'm gonna read through the mods that I have installed, and there's a lot of them, so bear with me. I will briefly describe what each of them does, but, you know, if you continue to watch the series, then you'll find out, obviously, more in-depth what they do, along with me. So we get a bunch of large content mods. We have Thorium, obviously. I think that's been the most popular Terraria mod for a while now. It adds, basically the most content out of any mod, other mod that there is, as far as I know. It adds a bunch of bosses, some ore, some items, everything. I don't know. You can click the link in the description and see the ridiculous amount of stuff it adds. Calamity. That's another big content mod. I don't think it's as big as Thorium, but it'll be just as interesting. It also has bosses and stuff. Spirit. That's another large mod. So basically same thing. We have Elemental Unleashed, which adds a bunch of endgame bosses, maybe some other stuff. We have the Crystallium mod, which adds some biomes that you can find underground. And I assume there's like a boss in them or something. We have Fargo's Mutant mod, which will summon an NPC, or will spawn an NPC at a certain point that allows us to buy summon items for bosses so we don't have to craft them all the time. And I believe there's also some very endgame items in the Mutant mod. So that'll be good. I'm looking at his present guy. I don't know if that's normal, because I feel like I kind of recognize them, but it also totally could be from a mod. I'm just interested because I'm seeing a lot of them here. I'm gonna try killing this guy, see what happens. Interrupting the mod list. Oh dang. Okay, we get a present. I'm not recording this near Christmas, so I don't know why I'm getting presents. Wow. Okay, I get a gun. That's pretty overpowered for the start. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna use that just because that seems kind of overpowered. We'll find out. Let's see how powerful this thing is. There's a bunch of items in my inventory I have to go through, but I don't know. Oh yeah, that is a bit powerful for the beginning of the game. I think that's probably like a random chance. Like you can get random stuff in these presents. Yeah, see, you're supposed to get stuff like this. What is Spirit mod? Okay, cool. I already went over that one. Primordial magic. Great. Okay. I totally know what's going on here. I'll have to look into all this stuff in a bit later. I don't know if I'm gonna use this gun for the first little bit, just because I don't want to be overpowered immediately. This should go on the top. Okay, back to the mods list. Next we have Furniture, Food, and Fun, which you already saw the paper from, I think. Yeah, there it is. Furniture, Food, and Fun. It's listed right there. I think it doesn't actually add any, like, weapons or accessories or any big content stuff, but it adds a lot of building materials. So like I said, I want to try to build stuff in this series. I want to actually build good-looking stuff, and Furniture, Food, and Fun should help with that. It'll give us a bunch more blocks and background walls and different themed, you know, furniture in order to make buildings look good. Okay, next is IMK Sushi's mod, which is basically a huge balancing mod. It allows us to, I think it lets you transfer between Crimson and Corruption stuff. This world's Corruption, but I can, like, turn Corruption stuff into Crimson stuff if I want to, like if I want a Crimson item, so it really doesn't matter what type of world it is, which is useful. I think it also makes some of the things you find in gold chests craftable, so that's very useful. If we just can't find a Cloud in a Bottle for some reason, or Hermes boots, or whatever we need, should be able to craft it. Okay, I also have add-ons to IMK Sushi's mod. I need to speed this up. I have the death counter, so I think you saw it at the beginning. You have died 0 times. We will be keeping track of the number of times I die. I'm hoping to keep that low, but it's probably going to go up pretty quickly. We also have naturally occurring moons, which means once we get to the very end of the game, like hard mode, I guess is when that activates, the Frost Legion and the whatever the other one is. There's two moons, or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. There's like 2 events that happen, and they can happen naturally. I just thought that'd be more interesting as a surprise, right? Whoops, event is happening, time to die, right? Especially if it happens early, before I'm prepared for him. It should be fun to watch. Dang grass, get out of my house. Okay, we have more accessories plus, which adds an item late game that lets us get another accessory slot down here on top of the expert mode one that we get from defeating the Wall of Flesh. Lunar Deconstructor, which super end game, like post Moonlord, allows us to decraft items. So we won't be looking at that one for a while. Summoner's Association adds some, like, I think it's only 3 items, but it, like, really helps with the summoner route. Where, like, if you want to be a summoner, there's a few items that, like, let you, I think, like, direct your summons towards certain enemies, stuff like that. So, we have the Simple Auto Chests mod, which just, I think, allows us to craft some chests that spawn items in them, just naturally. You leave them alone for a while and they collect items. I'm not sure exactly what the chests are, but it's probably like reduces the amount of grinding I'll have to do, so that's useful. We have a magic storage mod, which is one of the ones that I'm excited for. It allows us to much easier store our items in a bunch of different chests. You'll see how that one works. Other than that, we have a bunch of smaller mods. I'm just going to try to speed run through them because there's a bunch and I don't want to spend too much time talking about them. We have Bags of Holding, which lets us, gives us more inventory space by storing certain items in bags. We have the Solutions mod, which adds more solutions for the Clantaminator, and I think also an NPC. We have Max Stacks Plus, which allows the items to go up to higher stacks. So previously stuff that could only stack to 999 can now stack to 9999 and stuff like that. We have an item checklist, which I can actually show you right here. We have a certain number of items, and it shows all of the ones we collected. So these are all the items in the game, and the ones that show up are the ones we've collected. And I can actually... let's do that. So now when I collect a new item, it'll show up in the chat. I did test that, so I know what that does. Here's the items we found so far. So the items we started with, plus a few we've picked up over time. That list will definitely grow. Next, we have the boss checklist mod, which is required because I don't know what most of the bosses are. But if you want to quickly look through this, this is all of the bosses in the game that all our different mods add. You can see even before Slime King, we've got 2 ones that are easier, so I'm sure I'll be fighting those pretty quickly. We've also got all the way down here, Moonlord's right here, so you can see all of these guys afterward. The game does not even close to end after Moonlord like it does in vanilla. Next, we have the Recipe Browser, which is another extremely useful mod. If I pull it up here, okay, hotkey, which one is it? It's this one, right. We got the Recipes mod here, and this will basically show us all the items in the game, and any recipes that they need. So let's say we wanted to search for solar. We can bring up the solar armor here and a bunch of other modded stuff apparently. But here's the vanilla recipe for the solar helmet, solar breastplate, solar leggings. So really simple for modded stuff. We want to know how to craft it. We're looking at paper earlier. If I search paper, I can see, here it is. If I double click on it, I can see you craft it from wood, and you can also craft paper lantern. That's cool. Book. And another book. Okay, a book and a cookbook. What the heck is a cookbook? Okay. I assume that's just an aesthetic item. I don't think that actually allows you to cook stuff. That's interesting. Okay, next. Reduced grinding allows us to get stuff that's really rare, like biome keys, a lot easier. Auto trash. I'll be exploring this one a bit more in depth later. It basically lets us select certain items that we want to automatically trash, so when I'm mining or something, I can just send dirt into there if I have too much already, or any items that I don't want can just go straight to the trash. They don't fill up my inventory at all. We have a wing slot, and this adds a wings, you know, an extra slot for wings right here. This won't be relevant for a while, obviously, because wings are hard mode. But once we do get wings, we have a special slot to put them in. That on top of the accessories plus mod will give us more accessory slots, which is good because my favorite types of items in games are passive upgrades, and Terraria has so few possibilities to start with, so the extra accessories plus the wing slot in here will give us a lot more options for accessories. And I'm sure there are a lot of accessories I don't know about in these mods, so we're definitely going to need accessory slots to try out all the ones that it adds. Next, we have yet another boss health bar, which is just a mod that adds health bar to bosses on the screen, so you don't have to like hover over the boss to see how much health it has left. Next, shorter respawn time. Since I'm single player, it shouldn't matter how long my respawn time is after a boss, since the boss will go away anyway. So might as well have shorter respawn time to make it better for YouTube, right? Don't want to just waste time doing nothing. Next, helpful hotkeys, which just adds a few more hotkeys. I haven't looked at most of them yet, but I know there is one that is an automatic recall, so I don't have to actually open up my inventory to use a magic mirror. I can just press a button and boom, I'm back at my house. Or at least back somewhere over there, because that's where I spawned until I get to bed. And the last mod that we have in here is, which mod is this from? Which is the one you've been seeing whenever I hover over something modded. You can see at the bottom there, this is from the Calamity mod. This is from Sacred Tools, this is from Thorium. IMK Sushi's mod adds these. So that'll tell me if there's something I cannot figure out what the heck it does, I can at least know what mod it is so I can look it up properly to see if I can figure it out. That's all the mods I have. The other ones that I wanted to have, but I can't because they're not updated to the latest version of TModLoader, are the G-Realm mod and Pumpkins mod. I wanted both of those, but they're currently not updated. If they do get updated, I will be adding them to this series. But currently, they're not in here. So, that was a lot of talking. It's still nighttime, but it's almost daytime. That's good. That means we can... I don't know how many zombies... There could be a bunch of layered zombies here, so I don't want to open this door. We still got so much to look at. We've got Family Heirloom, which is from Thorium mod. Now I know this because I looked it up. This gives us exactly 1 defense. So if we equip this, it's an extra defense for the beginning, which is pretty useful. Oh, okay, what's next? We got 3 mining potions. That's useful for the start. I'm going to put those in there so I don't actually drink them. An odd keystone from Spirit mod. I have no idea what this does. It's not an equipable. Is it a consumable? I don't know if I want to... No? Okay, nothing's happening. I will have to ask the guide about that, because I don't want to use the recipe mod to cheat. I don't want to, like, look everything up, know exactly what I'm doing, but I can ask the guide still. And this, Revengeance, I've heard all this before. Basically, it activates an extra mode that's, like, I assume, like, even worse than expert mode. I'm not going to activate that. I'll probably just, like, put it in a chest somewhere and leave it alone. What else have we gotten? We've gotten tokens. I don't think I'm going to actually be able to look at those until I have the guide over here. Guide is currently stuck in a hole. So that's good. Ah, it's daytime. Okay, we can go talk to the guide. Cool. Let's go over there. Hello, guide. Right, okay, so actually starting this game, by the way, first thing I want to do is make a wooden sword. Hey, and there we go. You found your first wooden sword. That's going to continuously pop up there. We have 32 out of 9,351 items. Thanks. I really needed to know that. Okay. Kill this guy. And kill this guy. Oh gosh, there's another one. Don't die. I did not want my first death to be to slimes on the second day. Oh dang, is there another guy down here? There's a zombie down here. What the heck? He must have fallen down there. Oh. Okay. I didn't expect to die there. I thought I had enough health. Apparently, zombies are powerful. Interesting. The guide's gonna die. Dang, the guide almost died. Okay, that was clearly a more powerful zombie than normal. I don't know what it was about, but that zombie was clearly more powerful than normal. You almost killed the guide. Okay, dude, can you like get out of this hole though? Seriously, what is his name? Marty? Get out of the hole, dude. Primordial magic. What does this do? Ton of stuff. Doesn't look like I can do anything with it for a while, though. So I guess I can just hold on to that. I'm not seeing any simple recipes here. Yeah, okay. These, though. These probably I can do something with. Ah, okay, I see. So you can... Oh. Well, I guess Marty died? Did he drown? I think he drowned. What the heck? Hello? Nothing killed him. Okay, well, yep, like I said, he's not gonna make it through the whole series, and in fact, he didn't even make it through the first episode. We're gonna... This should already be a valid house, right? So... There's nobody alive right now. But this housing is suitable, so the guide should move into here when he respawns. Hopefully we won't have that problem again. Okay, but I was able to read before he died. It looks like these are the things that allow us to craft the underground items. So... we will be using those if we cannot get a certain accessory. Let's open up these pots. Hey, the first lesser healing potion. Cool. And I now have 2 of those. Mysterious gem. Mysterious shiny looking gem. What is it good for? I have no idea. I suppose I'll find out eventually. Oh my gosh. Okay. What the heck? A small bubble. Yeah, that's new. This thing is scary. What? I have a bubble now. And what are you? A wool oh god, Wolfram slime. Wolfram slime. There's bubbles just I'm dead again. Dang it! I was hoping to not die, but it's this stuff is too interesting. I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. I'm gonna die a lot in this series, I think. I was gonna try to avoid. Oh, look at that water physics. Dang, that's new. Okay, cool. I got a Wolfram shard. Thanks, okay, from Calamity Mod. You know, so basically, you know, I have no idea what I'm doing. So I think this is a good time to talk about how the series is gonna work. I'm not gonna show everything. Obviously, I'm not gonna show everything. This game is way too big. There's way too many mods in here to show everything. However, I will be showing the important stuff, and since this first episode, the whole thing is important because I'm discovering everything, I'm going to be showing most of this episode. However, don't worry, I will not actually be showing most of my playtime here. I will be showing only the important stuff, and I will actually leave the recording on at all times. I will start commentating and make sure I put it in the episode if something interesting happens. So, that's good, because after this much talking, at this point, my voice is starting to get sore, which is surprising, honestly, but that's okay, because I think we're almost done here. This first episode is basically just supposed to be build a house, get into the world, and go over what I'm doing here. And I think I've pretty much done that now, so I think this is a good time to stop this first episode, and look forward to more to come, because I will be playing through as much as I can with these mods, and it should be very interesting. Next episode... Wow, what the heck? hang on. Hold on. Good. That's good. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just gonna end this episode now. I don't even know what to say about that. Did he move into this house? Yeah. Good. You know, that's good. We have an arms dealer now, thanks. Thanks, gun. Seriously? He spawned in a tree. Guys, he spawned in a tree. Thank you for watching this first episode of our Terraria series. This is a good start, and I hope it continues. Goodbye.